Welcome back, everybody, to the gray area, where we do the scary, the weird, and the mysterious, like always. And today, we doing mysterious places ever caught on tape. Don't know what it's about, but we gonna find out what it's about. Remember, leave a like, comment, and subscribe down there. And you know what I'm saying? And let me know what y'all think about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always gonna let y'all know what I think about it. Here we go.
Let's start with the Ellora Caves located at Aurangabad, Maharashtra. There is a mysterious temple called the Kailasa. It is a temple of Lord Shiva, and the construction and architecture of this ancient temple is one of the greatest archaeological mysteries of the 21st century. The Kailasa temple is a monolithic carved structure. In other words, it wasn't built using structures or rocks. It was actually carved into the mountain. It is huge. For instance, this is the only temple in the entire world where the carvers actually started from the top of the rock and excavated downwards. By looking at it, it's as if it was carved by some type of technology that
By
we still
hand?
don't have today.
They had to take a long time.
According to archaeologists, it is estimated that approximately
Man, y'all think they had
200,000
machines
tons of
back
rock
then?
were
Because they did a lot of
removed
things
from
that we
the
can't even do
this
now.
temple. This sheer amount of heavy rock was never found or seen by anyone in and
It just
around
probably
the
they couldn't
site.
find. I mean, I don't know what happened to them, but
6,000 years old, but when
probably don't
exactly it was
recognize them or
carved
whatever.
into
I don't
the
know.
temple is still a mystery.
Deteriorate or whatever
It's
they
the kind of
had.
structure that actually makes you wonder if there is anything else out there that we're not aware of.
The pyramids and everything else, man. That John, man, it's just too perfect.
In a video gone viral from Mexico,
I've never felt so close to the possibility of disclosure. The Nephilim,
you can see lights in the sky that at first appear to be from a storm or something like that. I can't see any source of light coming from the ground, so these are not party lights or something like that. Whatever it is, it's coming from above. And
Yeah, it is. I don't know what it is. Could
Could
be like
very
a
much baffled. Check this out.
lightning storm in the sky. They have it, just thunderstorms in the sky. So, hold on. And this right there is weird. I ain't never seen nothing like that before.
Now what if some of these structures, such as the Ellora Caves, the Egyptian pyramids and many other places, were actually built by the same civilization?
Yeah, we got pyramids all over the world, dog. Pyramids all over the world. How you explain that? They wasn't in communication and touch with each other, but they all over the world.
We can take some other things here, because if you see this kind of main construction in the lower part.
Dr. Theo Paredes is explaining that some of the constructions in this site are probably not made by the Incas in Peru. And he also notes that if you've been in Egypt, you will notice that some of the constructions are very similar. How could this happen if they were thousands of miles away from each other? And supposedly there were no airplanes at the time.
Ahí hay otro, ¿no? What the?
Oh, I know that.
Where
What
you
is?
see this really fine masonry. If you have been in Egypt, one of the main things that is going to come to your head when you will see the work down there is that it's the same technique, the same hand. The ones who has been done part of the sacred chamber in Egypt are the same guys who has been doing this.
I don't know if they're the same guys, but they got the same technology
Each
that we
time
can't explain how
that I've
they
gone,
get all over the
we've had
world like
access
that.
to more sites that previously were off limits.
For instance, where is Atlantis? How did the Easter Island monoliths actually get there? the elongated skulls that were found in Peru, the Egyptian pyramids, and many other constructions that were found are some examples of the most intriguing mysteries that we have here on Earth.
Well, because it would require very advanced technology to do anything like that.
What if?
And why you don't think they had advanced technology back then? They might have had it.
Civilization that made this
Maybe they had nuclear bombs that killed them back then. Anybody ever thought about that? Maybe they killed themselves off back then. It was just a few of them that lived, and we became what they had, the aftermath of it.
I was told by a local source that when they were first discovered in modern times by archaeologists in the 19th century, that humanoid were found inside. Not humans, but humanoid.
What if there was something that could actually prove this theory?
People keep saying, where are the tools? I think the tools were taken with them.
Oh my gosh. You are never going to believe this. You are never going to believe what we see.
Tell us
Come look at
exactly.
this. Come look at this. No, Tom. Go show him where it is. Go show him up there.
Wow. All right, here we go.
In 1963, a family in Cappadocia, Turkey decided to renovate their homes, and in the process, they uncovered an underground array of tunnels, rooms and living areas, which included many thousands of ventilation shafts.
Well, that was in Turkey. They're probably doing wartime and stuff, so.
Of an underground city which could accommodate at least 20,000 people. This city came to be known as Derinkuyu Underground City, which is beneath Derinkuyu, a town in Cappadocia.
People actually lived
The
underground.
description of the city is claimed to date back to thousands and many thousands of years ago. Our mining expertise today does not compare, since our mining is certainly not without catastrophic collapse. There is no evidence of these structures ever suffering collapse at all. So who actually built this underground city? These and many more ancient sites still remain a huge mystery.
Man, they doing better than what we do. That's the collapse. They don't collapse.
These
So what's going on with that?
civilizations were not built by us.
Well, possibly, again, the alternatives are either a lost ancient civilization of whose origin we know nothing about, so quote-unquote Atlanteans or something. So I don't see any other alternative, because the megalithic construction is technically almost perfect. It's beyond, in some cases, beyond the capacity of what we can do today with modern machinery.
Why you just don't think they were smarter back then? They could have just been smarter, and we just not catching up and getting ready to kill ourselves like they did kill themselves.
The discussion is, I don't know, probably by human or some kind of interference. Now, this, of course, this crack here is, from an earthquake or something like that, or the tree above, putting its roots down. But these tell the story, as far as I'm concerned.
In the early 1990s, a peculiar formation of rocks was found in Kaimanawa Forest in New Zealand. Coined as Kaimanawa Wall, these rather intriguing rocks were dated to be at least 2,000 years of age. The theory is that this might have been man-made because of the perfect way they were cut and put together. Now, if this is true, it could prove the existence of a pre-Polynesian culture, a culture that supposedly existed on the island of New Zealand before the Maoris. In other words, it could push forward the theory that there was some sort of lost civilization in the past that we have no knowledge about.
I'm pretty sure it's clean about civilizations we don't have no knowledge about.
This wall.
We don't know all the civilizations. I'm pretty sure we don't.
Too much of a. It doesn't seem like it can be natural.
I wonder if there is something below this Kaimanawa Wall in New Zealand. But that's not all. I wonder also if there was some sort of civilization that lived in the past that built such similar structures such as the pyramids and many others. For instance, in Australia there are Egyptian hieroglyphs that were found embedded into a stone. This is something that Brian Forrester researched and investigated into a couple of years ago. Check this out.
Actually closer to a town called Gosford. And it's here
fact that there are some hieroglyphics which appear to be Egyptian. And what's impressive is not only that it's been translated by Yusuf Awiyan and Mohammed Ibrahim, who are again Egyptian experts in hieroglyphics, but also that the weathering and also the presence of
why y'all don't think they traveled?
in moss is the
They
same
might have
on the
traveled,
surface
man.
as
Y'all,
it is in
all
the
right.
indentations. And so to me, not being a geologist, but that would indicate significant age of both.
But these are not the only mysterious rocks that can be found.
They probably traveled millions of miles. We don't even know how they traveled, but they traveled. They found a way.
The rock of Naslav, perfectly cut in half, found in the middle of the desert in Saudi Arabia, seems to have been cut by someone or something in a very distant past.
Then back in the days, it was Pangea when everything was together.
Looking like
Hey,
this. Some theorize that it was the work of
yeah,
nature.
maybe
Other
people was back
researchers claim
then.
that this is mostly impossible, taking into consideration the perfect
Hey, sharing knowledge and everything back then. I don't know.
Rock.
We don't
Not
know.
to mention that petroglyphs can be found in both sides of the rock. Now, if we pay attention, little by little, it starts to become very clear that something was present here on Earth, something that was probably way much more advanced in technology than we are today. Now, I don't know about you, but...
So, you gotta have in-unit laundry? Well, there's this.
But I've watched the Flintstones many times when I was younger, and there was one thing that I used to question myself while watching it, and that was if dinosaurs and humans actually coexisted. Now, the official scientific explanation is that they didn't.
I think they did.
After a long journey to the San Gabriel,
At some point in time, I think they did.
right there, stepped right there. Amy, put your foot back in it again. Stepped right there. Right there. There's another one right here.
The official response for such a question is that humans and non-avian dinosaurs never shared this place, Earth, together. We did not ride them nor keep them as pets or harness them for domestic labor. The non-avian dinosaurs died out 66 million years ago.
So they say.
This is where things get really interesting. In 1562, Peter Bruegel painted what appears to be two people riding two sauropods, a dinosaur species that was supposedly extinct millions of years ago. The thing is, the official explanation is that these are just camels. However, there are some people who look at the painting
And that's too long to be a camel.
these are just camels, that they don't look like camels at all. Now here's the catch. The first dinosaur species that was discovered was in 1819 by William Buckland. In other words, how did Peter Bruegel come to paint dinosaurs in mid-1500s unless, of course, he had seen it with his own eyes? It makes us wonder, doesn't it? Now the thing is, if humans and dinosaurs really shared an existence, at some point there should be footprints of humans and dinosaurs together. And well...
Hey y'all, we're gonna leave it right there. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna catch up on it later on. Thanks for watching the great channel. And until next time, remember,